I'm Domenic, and I've been a patient of Dr. Wong's for approximately 10 years now. And that might sound a little bit scary, but it's not, because what Dr. Wong does for me is reduces the level of pain that I have on a regular basis. He keeps me functioning. I had a neck surgery, a double fusion, a little over 10 years ago, where they took 2 discs out of my neck, put a steel plate in with 6 screws, zip, zip, zip. They took bone out of my hip and packed it in. So essentially what they did is they took 3 vertebrae and fused my neck together. I got the surgery because I started losing the use of my left arm because I had nerves that were severely pinched. And actually I went to 3 different surgeons in 3 different parts of the state, so they weren't even, these guys didn't even know of each other. But anyhow, I got the same textbook answers from each neurosurgeon that, you know, if I allowed them to remove the discs and put the plate in and fuse me, that I'd be good to go and just peachy and back to work. And it works wonderful on firefighters and policemen and doctors and everybody. And bottom line is it didn't, the end result is the double fusion didn't work. What it did was it caused me to have a less range of motion because of the triple fusion in there. So I ended up with probably a lot more pain than I would have had if I never had surgery. And actually, if I met somebody like Dr. Wong prior to having the double fusion that I had, I probably would have never had it, because he probably would have corrected it and I wouldn't be in the miserable pain that I've been in for the last 10 years. But anyhow, what Dr. Wong does for me is he keeps me mobile. When things start freezing up, when my range of motion starts getting a little lame, he loosens the muscles up that are tightened, and he explains to me how to loosen them myself, and he teaches me, he digs in and grabs my hand and makes me understand what he's doing every time, and teaches me how to do what he does for me to keep myself mobile. In my experience, I've seen lots of doctors, I've been to lots of physical therapists, the majority of which I would say don't have a clue what they're doing. Most of them are probably young and inexperienced and doing what the textbook tells them to do, but Dr. Wong has a really intricate knowledge of the muscles and the structure, and not only does he have that knowledge, but he shares it with you, and which helps you to maintain yourself, as you know, to assist him in what he's doing, keep things moving, which reduces the pain. I was referred to Dr. Wong by a coworker who actually visited Dr. Wong for tennis elbow. And this coworker of mine, I worked with a bunch of salespeople, 70 salespeople. I was one of 70, and this one friend of mine told me, he said, "Oh my God, I hate to see you suffering the way you suffer and your stiffness and all that." He says, "You gotta go see this little Chinese guy. He's so cool." He said, "His name is Dr. Wong. I went to see him with a problem with tennis elbow. He sticks 1 needle in me and bang, my tennis elbow is gone." So I said, "Well, I'm there. I'm gonna go check him out." And it's been a great relationship since. The staff is fantastic, and Dr. Wong is the reason. I'm sure they're all great people on their own, but Dr. Wong doesn't keep any slackers around, and it's obvious that he expects the staff to treat the patients the way he wants them treated. And I think Dr. Wong's, he's a very genuine guy. He's very concerned. He's probably far more concerned about his patient's health than anybody I've ever met. And the staff is really fantastic because he expects the same from them. It's real simple. You're going to get individualized treatment from Dr. Wong and the staff, and he takes as long as it takes to make you right. You don't leave here going, if I walk in like this and I'm still like this at the end, I don't leave. he doesn't, you just don't leave until, because you've got to be right. He wants to make you right. That's the bottom line.